the Great Hanson here with.
I'm Sean Rossender. It's actually evening. It's almost 7 o'clock, about to start the game. Going to be an exciting match
Between the Avon Lake Shoremen and your Westlake Demons.
All right, looking to be a pretty good matchup. Marching band is on both sides is looking very strong. Just waiting for the Shoremen to enter. Here they come.
Entering right now, carrying the American flag and the Avon Lake flag. Here they come.
They coming up.
Country.
All right.
So, Sean, what are your predictions for the game thus far?
Well, I haven't seen the Shoremen in action that lately. Although they do seem to be very ready for this game, very energetic. So I think that, and the Demons are also looking very energetic on their other side of the field. And I think that it's going to be a very interesting matchup. It really depends on the skill of the players and how well they work as a team.
Definitely. However, I think you know what I'm going to say, but I'll say it just for fun. It is going to be a Westlake Demon victory.
I am ever hopeful. However, in our last game against Olmsted Falls, we had a problem of lack of teamwork and the communication, and we just could not get enough yards on the clock on the field to get any points on the board that would significantly impact the game. So I think if we are challenged like that this game, we may definitely have some trouble, but I guess we'll see.
Now, the football players are only part of it, Sean. Let's not forget an equally important part, the marching bands.
That's true.
How do you think our marching band did compared to the marching shoremen? Both have gone to states multiple times.
That's true. They're definitely both very good marching bands. I definitely like the variety of things that the Shoremen have done. Like they had a little segment where they had the 8th grade band, some of them intermingled within the marching band, not actually marching but playing one of their songs, and then they had different marching techniques. They changed it up.
It's going to be a great halftime show.
I definitely agree.
And here it comes. The kick-off. Demon's going to be kicking off
10?
to the Shoremen.
10. Jacob May.
Hey, 80 is kicking. Goes deep. And on to the 11.
All right.
He's run with it. Oh no, there's no defenders in the path. Okay,
Right.
that was an admirable game. Moved from, what was that, the 11 to the 34, would you say?
I definitely agree. Yeah, we had Rummel on the kick there, and he's been definitely making some great kicks this entire season. We saw a lot of those last game and the game before that he's been making a lot of great kickoffs. So hopefully we'll see a lot of that this game. Some good plays.
The kicker is rarely used, but if they screw up, oh no! Look at that, there's no one.
And
It's gonna be less than 1 minute in the game, and they're gonna get a 67-yard touchdown in 19 seconds.
19 seconds into the game. That is truly a play to be remembered. It seemed, as I was watching the fellow carry the ball, it seemed that no defenders were even registering him. It seemed like they were all thinking someone else was going to take care of it and blocking someone so that he could not pass. And he just kind of weaved through the crowd. And
they had an excellent trick play there. Replay it in your mind. You saw that they passed it off to a guy it appeared that they had at the bottom edge. However, that left an opening in the top, which they were able to exploit.
That's true. They definitely made great use of the fake out play there, and obviously great success.
And the extra point.
And it's good.
So we are now, after 19 seconds, 7-0. And granted, that's only one touchdown and one extra, but
it's true. We do have the entirety of the rest of the game. That isn't these 19 seconds to make that back. So, ever hopeful for the Demons, but with a play like that, that is much more intimidating.
Of the game.
Is a lot more intimidating prospect now.
Do you
with that
happen
play.
to know what the Avon Lake record is?
I don't, but I do know that it is. I think they were above 5-5. I think they were above 5. So they are definitely a force to be reckoned with.
As we've been in a bit of a slump, that's what we'll call it for the past few games. This hopefully will break the slump. What is that? Do you see that? Down on the side.
What?
On the 30-yard line. A massive. What do you say that is?
That's a shoreman.
7 foot tall.
Oh,
shoreman?
I'd say 8, maybe even 8.5 tall shoreman.
Oh, jeez. Here comes the kick.
That's a kickoff by
excellent kick.
Kickoff by number 4, Noah Fawkes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Fox, maybe.
That sent it on down to like the 3rd where it bounced out.
Yeah, it's very good kick. Seems like it's going to be a little bit difficult for the Demons to gain some yards off of that. Supposed to do when it goes out of bounds, they go to 20. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So it resets at the 20.
That's what I figured.
This is going to be a hard-fought game, definitely for the Demons. However, while Shoremen are notoriously tough, so are Demons.
Oh, fake play for number.
Running on the edge.
He made
a 9-yard gain, I believe.
So
9, maybe 10.
So our quarterback made a fake pass off to Jacob May, who had his arms folded as if he was carrying the ball. Very well executed. I noticed a couple of the former went for him for definitely a good amount of time before realizing that he didn't have the ball when he unfolded his arms and then switching to the
always wanted to know if it's possible to get a decal of a football on the front of every jersey.
Just for the fake plays?
Yeah. Oh, it's the spin.
Oh.
Ball. That was an admirable yard gain. What was that, 11, 12 yards?
Yeah, it was definitely a large amount to see.
And that only takes us to...
We're at 1st and 10 again, right?
So, it's the first and... Yeah, we got...
1st and 10. All right. Demons making some good yardage here. Hopefully we can keep that up throughout this game. Then we'll definitely make some plays just moving across the field in steps.
At this point, you just have to get it across the 50 and worry about making long plays later.
That's true.
33. Oh, that's a yard loss, I believe. Not much, but still a loss.
Not much, but still does not help. Because now we're at 2nd and is it 11?
Something I really hope to see in some teams.
Oh, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. No yard gain.
Some teams, even though the play is very fierce on the field, their players get along very well.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And incomplete.
Incomplete. Yeah, definitely.
Other times, I guess it's just personalities clash and it doesn't go well. And so I really hope, because it goes poorly for the fans, for the players, the coaches, everyone.
Yeah, and especially the referees when the referees have to deal with that sort of thing. And I like how an announcer at one of our home games put it. Although play may be fierce, these teams are friendly rivals and treat each other as such. And then they say for the fans, for the fan section to respect
14,
that.
Long pass.
Oh,
that was almost
locked.
an interception.
Locked.
Who's our QB?
Is that? I think it's Billy Blood. This game is
We've
leading.
had Billy Blood doing it quite a bit.
I believe he's leading. I can't see the numbers very clearly from here.
14. Yeah, Billy Blood.
Yep. Yeah, I believe he's been our quarterback, making some good passes.
They're gonna try and run it. They're not gonna kick it.
No, they might toss it back and kick it. They might be trying to fake out the short man. and then make a quick play.
Oh, it's a kick.
Yep. They're just trying to get some. Yep, and the shoremen were ready for it.
No.
Oh!
He escaped capture.
Yeah, he got another 3 yards from that little twist there. Well played on that shoreman. He was ready for that kickoff.
No, clearly, you can see it only 90 seconds into the game. The shoremen have a very cohesive team.
Definitely. I would definitely agree. I'd say that the Demons, although they are, since we just lost possession, but we did gain a significant amount of ground. So it goes to show that the Demons can bring it together for teamwork, and I'd say they're definitely doing a lot better than last game. But I don't know if they'll. Time will tell whether they will be ready to bring it up to compete with the shoreman's level.
Yeah, like it just keeps teamwork can make or break any good sport, and you see that some more than others. But football, it is absolutely essential. Because look at that, the shoremen were acting as one singular organism, creating a perfect loophole for their runner to get through and get, what is that, a 13, 14-yard gain?
Definitely, it was definitely up there. They made the same play as last time, but their execution was so good. And there they go again with the same play, and it's working because of their teamwork is very good. They are very ready. Their plays are planned out.
Excellent at faking.
Yeah, and I think they're going to switch up their strategy soon a little bit, because if they keep going to the same strategy, they can switch sides, but eventually the Demons will go for some fake plays, and I think that's when they're going to change it up. I think they're going to just keep going, but if it keeps working.
Oh, and look,
another handoff.
He ran right into a crowd of defenders, but I think what he mostly wanted was to get past the 50, turn the downs over, because again, they're still at 3.
Let's see, there were 2 to go?
Yep.
They have 2. They need to get to.
All they really needed was to overturn the downs. So now they have
2 yards to go.
Look, they passed. I think the sign update is a little slow.
No, the markers there. That's the sideline markers, are where they have to go.
Flag, full start, I believe. I'm thinking upon Westlake.
Is it on? Oh, yep. It's
Yeah.
on Westlake.
Yeah.
Well, I think does that reset downs for them? Does that put them over the mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, look,
reset. Yep. There you go. Now they're at 1-10. Definitely not a good position for Westlake, because if they could have stalled out that last play, they could have overturned it and gone from pretty close to the 50-yard.
Tell me your opinions on this one, Sean. True or false? Penalties kill.
I'd say they can. I'd say it really depends on the frequency at which you're getting them. I'd say they can definitely.
An excellent fake.
And
he made excellent movement getting to the 25.
Nice, but the demon defenders didn't quite make the pass to block the pass, but they did get the down so that he didn't go for another touchdown.
It seems like the Dorman pass game is impeccable.
That's true, and also their handoff game and running it through is also just relentless. It definitely is showing why they're such a renowned team for being so good.
Definitely. Look, he off the throw, and he's just
pushed out of bounds.
It looked like he just submitted to being pushed out of bounds.
He didn't really have anywhere to go, and he was kind of being sandwiched between the sideline and the Demon defender, so he didn't really have anywhere to go.
That was like a 3-yard gain, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and then you could see he tried to make a little bit of a run around, and then the Demon kind of pushed him out of bounds.
Like a yard. It's a good thing. Silver lining. They're only 2. They're on the second.
And there he goes again with the fake out plays.
Bring him down.
Ooh, pile up.
Okay.
And yet again, another fake play and just a run through the gap in our defense. I definitely think if we fill in those holes.
Great. The downs reset. So,
Yep, they made it over the line, right?
Yeah. No, you reset more recently than that. So I was going to say if you can just rush and get the solid tackles, but that's not an option right now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it's 1 and 10, and they're on the 12 right now.
It's almost inevitable at this moment. Well, the ball is in the back.
Oh, and it went
That
negative.
Was gutsy
play for the Demons.
With 7 up and 12 yards to go at the time.
Yeah, now it's ball on 18, but 16 yards to go.
6-yard loss.
Yeah, they have to get to that 2nd-yard line for a reset for the down. And I don't know if they'll be able to make it. They are good and they have been making some great plays, but if the Demons have make a play again like they just did, I don't know if that's possible.
And brought them down.
Okay, I think the Demons are starting to bring up their defense as they're recognizing how ready they have to be for fake plays. Because I think before they were just going for whoever they could go for and not, paying attention to where the ball was and changing hands and stuff like that. And I definitely think they're more attentive, and they've shown that by almost bringing it to a halt. They have 13.
Incomplete.
Yeah, they had 13 yards to go. That was really their only option.
There's a flag, I believe, for interference against the Demons.
Oh.
Something.
It might be a redo and potentially a penalty added to that.
Sideline warning for Avon.
It's a sideline warning for
Avon.
For Avon for being too close.
When I was doing wireless over there at prior games, the coaches, we didn't worry about the referees getting angry at our players being too close. The coaches demanded at least 5 feet.
Our coaches or their coaches?
Our coaches.
I would say that's
5
reasonable.
feet from the line, and anyone who got close, they would push back.
Well, yeah, you want to give the players room so that if there's a play that goes out of bounds, they can.
And we had a sideline violation earlier, and it was punishing just like those 3 from the goal.
32 yards, Rick.
That's an early 10 for the Avon Lake Stormans.
So they just decided to go for the kick instead of trying to run it. Thomas.
Yeah,
they decided to go for the kick.
They went for the kick, which I can't disagree with. They had 4 downs. They definitely could have made it. You saw their kicker when they were doing the possession turnover. He's an
Yeah.
He's got.
He made more than a 60-yard kick.
Which doesn't sound hard until you're actually down there trying to kick the thing.
Right, and to get it accurate without going off of the sidelines of the field, or especially going through a goalpost, is a very good skill to have. Their kicker is very good.
And not to say ours is
bad, but yeah, our kicker is definitely good as well. I just think their kicker is definitely on another level of power. As it seems you can just launch the ball, and I think that's what they're going to try and do is launch it, and even if it goes out of bounds, that 20-yard reset is not a bad place to be for them.
All right. So and we're gonna see that excellent kicker back on the field.
Same kicker, number 4, Noah Fox. I don't know who it is.
Down, back towards the 6. It went 60, 2 yards.
Yep, just over. So
if we ever.
Wait, yeah, it goes on the 20 because the Demons stepped just out of bounds.
If we ever force them to do a kick from their own side, let's say down by the 20, they're going to have to kick possession over. That's still going to be punishing for us.
It's definitely going to be a good play for them, regardless. Oh, there we go. See, the R2s are doing that now, too. Ours is not as coordinated though. Oh, did you see that one? All right, setting up for another play.
Oh, look, he's running through it right.
Oh, look at that! Demon's trying to. I don't want to say mimic, but they are doing the same thing as the Shoremans, and it is working pretty well since they've been.
To the devastating effect of the Shoremans thus far.
Not true, but it has definitely been good. A lot of this season has been focused on long passes for us, and I think mixing up a little bit, trying to see what our strengths are, is definitely a good plan, and I think they're doing a good job of doing that.
I think that's very important in the first quarter, especially, to just probe the team, try every different offense you have in the book. Oh, look.
Oh, look at that.
He's running.
And he's going for it. Oh, and he just gets barreled over.
And look, that was a gain from, what do you think that was? The
25th, somewhere around there.
Over to the 41st.
And look at that. They're using the same strategy that the Shoremans just used on them to get that devastating 19 seconds touchdown. And it is working very well. Almost flawlessly. And I think the Demons are definitely testing the waters to see what will work. And it seems like they have found something that has worked twice already. We'll see if it'll work again. Looks like they're just going to keep going for it. Oh.
That's maybe 2 yards. 2 yards.
2, maybe 3.
Well, the referee is making a 2-finger, so I'll assume it's
2 yards. There we go. Yeah, it's on the board. So, 2-yard play.
And that doesn't sound like much, right? Except they are on the 43rd, and that's 2 downs. We just need one solid push, and we can easily go past the 50.
Yeah, definitely. The 8-yard play will reset our downs as well as get us onto the Shoreman side.
The handoff.
And he snagged immediately. Oh, the Demons were not ready for that. Good play by the Shoreman defense. He reached out while defending another player. Changed defenders, reached out and brought him down with just straight body weight and muscle, which I think was a pretty impressive feat considering how fast that Demon was moving along. So definitely a good play by the.
A call.
I think it was when the Shoreman. I noticed one of them charged forward a little bit. I think he thought they were going for it. So early start.
Going to push it back.
Early start, right?
Yes, I believe so. Back down.
Back to the 45. So it's the 3rd down, 6 to go. I'm going to predict a punt unless they think they can run it.
I think they can run it.
I think they can run it. I just don't know if they're going to. I don't know if they're.
Have faith in your demons.
I think that they
Trust
can.
Your demons, Sean.
I just don't know if they are going to call it because I know the coach just made.
14 and he makes a pass.
Number 10, Jacob May.
See, one of the
almost got it.
They're gonna kick it. They're bringing out all the defenders and they're just going to kick it. Something I think that's important to keep in mind is how our team is, I don't want to say untrained, because that's not the case. However, they haven't been tested in actual play time very much.
Yeah, our team is not as experienced.
19 kicks it down. Oh, that's pretty good. And it went down towards 13, I believe.
Something around there.
I'm sorry, 16.
Very good play by the Demons.
57 Amherst nothing.
So,
on 13
keep this in mind though, Sean. I haven't seen the Shoreman make any particularly notable plays other than the trick plays they've done thus far. And the more they use a trick play, the more adept our players will be at spotting them and addressing it. See, like right now, that trick play, if they had done it 10 minutes ago, they would have gotten the point, which they did.
Right.
However, they used it now, and immediately everyone could spot the ball carrier.
Yeah, because the Demons are ready for that now. The first one, it was the first 19 seconds of the game, and the Demons were just not ready for that.
Yeah. And that's a 4-yard gain. And so, where that made, I believe, a 60-yard touchdown, that has been reduced to a 4-yard gain. Oh, keep bringing it down. And they keep using similar plays of rushing up the middle.
And it seems to be working, except the Demons are bringing it back.
There's a rate of diminishing return going on here.
I think they might switch it up at the quarter. If I were their coach, I would definitely have a second strategy to throw the Demons for a loop, for sure. Because the Demons are growing accustomed to these attempted fake plays, and I think if the Shoremen switch it up.
The only thing is, though, since they've been using this one, they've been beating it to death. Let's see how they're running it. Now look, their throw, and that did pretty well. But there was no one in between the quarterback and the receiver. You notice the defender wasn't there yet. It was a nice, simple catch like you do in your front lawn during summer.
Right, but it worked.
Yeah, however, that's not necessarily indicative of if he can make a 30-yard pass with defenders.
Right, but the thing is, it doesn't seem like they're needing to. They're making a lot of like 5 and 6 yard plays, and it's working.
Pointing out that we can't make any grand judgments about their pass game
until we see it.
We've gotten a glance at it, but we need to see it tried and tested and strained.
And I think we will see that this game, as the Demons are definitely slowing down their run game. I think the Shoremen are definitely looking like they're shifting for some longer passes, and look at that. They are definitely going for it. Just like that, just like we're saying, they're switching up their game to include more passes, and it is definitely working.
They have made some good plays.
Yeah, I think a couple of players have switched out. All right, so I think Thomas has to go real quick. He'll be back. I definitely think that the Shoremen have been adapting their play, although with a play like that, I can't really be sure. They're definitely changing between the two strategies of making longer passes and then running it through the middle. And the Demons have to adapt their defense very rapidly from when they're charging through the middle, clustering, versus spreading out to cover the offense for these long passes to make sure that they don't have as many openings. Well, there goes the long pass. Oh, and he completes it for a touchdown. Shoreman. Well played touchdown on a very long pass. Bring it in for another, for up to 16 points for the Shoremen. Nothing Westlake. Definitely a very well executed play for the Shoremen. Names just could not bridge that gap and cover all the offense. They did not have enough defenders in that area to just block that ball and not have him back. All right, so Thomas is back.
What did I miss, Tom?
All right, so the Shoremen just made I believe it was 30 or 40 yard pass, nabbed it, and went right for another 3 yards into the touchdown, to the end zone.
The pass went from the 40 down to like the 5, and it was run in?
It was running. It was caught, and then he made a 3 yard run into the end zone. That was Shoreman, and it was a very well executed play. There was definitely a lot of planning that went into it because that player that made the pass definitely was getting ready for it. It was definitely they were definitely planning this in advance. So I think that's a key component of this is a lot of planning out, who's good at what on your team, and then figuring out from there how to make these plays based on your player strengths.
Having an honest assessment of your team is critical.
Yeah, I think so. I think you can't butter it up, and you can't sell yourself short in these things. You need to be very honest and know what you're good at. And I think that the Shoremen have been doing a good job at that. And I think the Demons have definitely been improving. So I think they're starting to get that. All right. Shoreman kicker again.
Oh, there was a call on it. I'm not sure what.
Flag? No flag. No flag.
Well, the clock is paused at 34.
It's 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see. All right.
Did you hear that, Sean?
The fan section. Oh, the fan section is very lively.
Nation Army. Well,
being sung a cappella by the entire student section
if that's
of Avon.
a term you prefer to use, just the O section. Okay, it goes deep again.
Oh, and again for another reset at the 20-yard line. Although with how fast they were charging that end zone, I don't know if it would have made a difference for the Demons.
I was worried there was something back there. I didn't know if it was a kid. I just wanted to know if you guys were an operator yet. Right. It was like a kid screwing around, so I wanted to know. Right. And I couldn't hear you.
And I do believe it's USA night at Avon Lake. Everyone dressed up in their patriotic apparel.
Very festive. I agree. I think ours was last week, right? Our USA night?
Maybe.
I believe so. I think last
or
week.
Maybe
So,
the week before.
yeah, it was one of the 2 weeks. Everybody's all dressed up. Very patriotic.
Our players brought down, but the ball did not touch the ground, so the clock keeps running. I don't suspect we're going to see another play this quarter.
No, with just 15 seconds left in this quarter, I think they're just going to wait it out. Yeah, 5 seconds. They're just going to line it up and it's called.
That is the end of the quarter, folks.
All right, end of the first quarter.
Avon Lake, 0 by the Demons. But you're very optimistic commentary here from Thomas the Great, so generously provided by Hungry Howies of Westlake. Wouldn't you agree, Sean? Very generous?
I definitely would agree. It is very generous. Definitely, I would recommend their pizza. Very good.
I recommend their pizza and the great things they do for us so we can bring you these games. Hopefully, it will heat up a little more in the last half, and especially in this quarter.
Yeah, I definitely think in this second quarter, Demons are going to be under a lot of pressure to get some points on the board, so that we're not at a great disadvantage for the second half.
Unfortunately, we've got to chalk this one up to a loss, but the first quarter up to a loss, but I think that we definitely can come back.
Yeah, I definitely think there is room for improvement, and if the Demons make that improvement, we will definitely have a good chance at bringing it back. But only time will tell whether we will make that happen, although I really hope that we do.
Now, real quick, tell me what you think the strongest part of each team in the first quarter was.
I definitely think that the Strongman's running game straight through the center was very good, and I definitely think that the Demons' passing game is their highlight right now. Our quarterback, Billy Blood, has been very good at making those long passes this season, and the Demons are definitely using that to their advantage. So I think we'll see a lot of those plays in the second quarter. However, the Shoremen did show that they are also adept at those long passes. So,
now, if you, I don't know if you heard this, but a number of people have taken to flaming Billy Blood for some of the incompletes and interceptions made. However, I think due to the sheer number, he deserves more credit than that.
Yeah, I think he has a very good record for the number of plays he makes, and a lot of them are not even his bad that they're incomplete. It's like he'll make a pass to where his teammate is running, and then maybe the teammate will have to change it up because of a defender, and that happens, and the play will go incomplete or it'll get swatted or something, and that's really not on the thrower, although. If it goes, off by a significant amount, that would be on him.
Oh no! This happens sometimes. This happens. When I was down on the field, maybe the second game of the season, I heard the coaches complain about this to no end. Billy Blood underestimates his abilities, and so he looks for the perfect throw. And that just doesn't exist in a practical game.
Right.
And so he uses up his time that he could be using to make good passes, looking for a better one. And they keep telling him that he's got to trust himself that he can make a difficult pass, and that he doesn't need it to be handed to him.
Right. Oh, and there we go. Their prime example of him making a good pass. And he's being shoved back. A very aggressive defense by the Shoreman. Not shoving him back 1, 2, but 3 yards from where he was about to go down.
I thought
They would not let him go down.
They saw him trying to fall forward over top of player and move the ball forward. So one of their men plowed in him and knocked him backwards.
Yeah, I think the Shoremen were looking that he was trying to end the play there, and maybe get a couple yards by going forward, and they were not letting that happen. So 2 of their defenders just shoved him back over. And same thing happened. He was about to fall over and complete the play, and he just got trucked by another former defender.
And the same thing happened, and that was Billy Blood who ran with the ball, keep in mind.
Right.
He psyched himself out. And the coaches keep telling him he's got to just trust in his own abilities.
Yeah, and I definitely think he's been improving over the season. At the beginning, he was very reluctant to make those plays, and the team suffered. But I think now he's improving. I think there's a lot of room for him to grow. In that aspect, there's a kick.
Excellent kick, and it's down. 30. They're saying that it hit him. Now, it did appear to me that the ball did bounce off the ground and hit a player in the thigh.
Some dispute over the ruling. Seeing consensus from the referees. Let's see. What was the call?
The call is that it did hit him in the leg, so it's going to be on the 30. Oh, look at him. He's running by the sidelines and pushed out. After he made 7-8 yard gain.
It's very, very good. They're trying to. Stormer are definitely bringing back their run game as the Demons are trying to switch to defense.
At this juncture, the Shoremen do not need what I like to call a highlight play, the kind that you would have in the sports highlight. They just need simple runs. No, he went right through the middle where there weren't. Oh, there's a fumble. Who has it?
I think the Shoreman grabbed it. I think he nabbed it. It was a good call for him. He dove for that ball. So I think it was a very well.
And so they did lose yards from where they had started, but
that's true. But they retained possession, which could not have been the case if the Demons had nabbed it.
It's better to lose at least 30 yards and keep possession than to try and run, than to risk possession.
Especially when that was only the second down, and they had it's the third and they have 7 to go, which isn't that bad considering they made a 7-yard play on the first down. They went back a little bit, Oh, and there's a long pass. Oh, and completes. Oh, and just over the 50-yard line.
Downs roll over.
All right. A very good play by this Shoreman. And using that long pass that we've seen only a couple of times, very briefly, but it is a very useful tool for the Shoreman. It seems like they are very good at their run game.
Effect. Is that a
blocked by the Demons? Incomplete pass. Demon swatted it out of the air, I believe. So well played defense on that one. It's at the 2nd and 10 since it was incomplete. All right. You think the Shoremen are going to try another long pass, or you think you're going to try and run it?
I think a pass at this point.
Oh, there we go. They're looking for it.
5. Oh, that's an ambitious one.
Oh!
Swat.
Another defense by number 20, Kevin Walls.
Number 10 was for the Norman was the Gabe LaBianca was the intended receiver, and when he was on the ground, he hit the ground in anger. Keep in mind, it's the 3rd down now.
I would be angry too. That pass was coming right towards him, and the Demons were just not having it.
3rd down, 10 to go.
Yeah, it's a risky position for the Shoreman to be in. I think I've said Foreman a bunch of times during this game. Shoreman.
Oh, that pass.
Oh, and there we go.
Oh,
flag on the play.
I think that's against the Demons.
I think it might be against the Demons.
Have there been any calls against the Shoremen thus far? I don't think so. I mean, there haven't been many penalties at all.
I think there's been 3 penalties. No, 3 flags, 2 penalties. One flag was for a Shoreman sideline. Well, it was a warning. It wasn't a flag. It was a call. But
Yeah,
and then 2 penalties against the Demons.
So they're fairly even at this point. When you go later in the game and one team will have 15 penalties and the other 2, that tends to spell a difference. And
Right. Well, it's kind of early in the game to call that since they're such a low number.
Of course.
Although as later in the game it gets more intense and a lot of more aggressive play will happen and thus penalties.
Oh, look down there by the 20th yard line. We have the ironically named 9-foot-tall Shorty walking along with the Shoreman cheerleaders and the Demon cheerleaders walking together.
All right.
You know, I think that's a good reminder that no matter what, this is still a game.
Yeah, I definitely think that all people are being festive.
Up.
And at the
and it's
15, out at the 15-yard line, 15 or 14. There we go, 15-yard line. All right. Demons trying to bring it back from the 15-yard line. Going to be an ambitious game for them to be playing right now. All right. Both teams coming back out on the field. All right, Demons 1st and 10. Let's see what strategy they're going to use right now.
Goes back.
Handoff. Oh, a fake!
Trick.
It was a fake.
Oh, he's running.
He's going to get shoved out of bounds.
Oh, and he almost got to the 50.
I believe that was that was Billy Blood.
There we go.
Billy Blood making a fake handoff and then running it himself. I followed the fake play for a good amount of time before realizing that there was nothing there as it dissolved, and Billy was just running up the sideline. Now, very excellent play for the Demons.
We are not the excellent tricksters that the Shoremen have proven that they are thus far. However, I suspect that we'll be able to get some trick plays going of our own.
Yeah, I definitely think if that last play was any indication, we are definitely adapting to the Shoreman's defense.
Oh, and he tries the same thing with the running up.
I think that was 2 yards gain. Yes, 2 yards gain.
Now things are a little more precarious because I believe it's the third down.
Second down.
Oh, yeah, second.
Right, second down. So, second down and 8. So, not in a super bad position to be for the Demons. They can definitely make stuff happen still. Plenty of time. Looks like they're talking with the coaches right now.
Well, again, one of the most important things is communication.
That's true.
And I heard this as a complaint last year. I'm not sure if it's been fixed. Oh, look, Billy Blood down by the 30. He needs to get rid of it.
He needs to throw the
he's
ball.
weaving through. Work defense. Oh, no.
He fumbles the ball, but he regains it. And a fake play.
By the 42.
Billy Blood making some dodgy moves and footwork throughout that. Making for a very, very intricate play. Very successful, though, as he made it all the way to the 49. All right, 1st and 10.
Oh, I would also like to take a minute for thanking Subway, as they brought the refreshments for everyone up here on Hawk, covering the game for you. Thank you. Oh, Billy Blood, he's running with it personally. He's got it, and he crosses the 50. And I think he just wanted to roll the downs over.
Yeah, they got 7 more yards to go.
When you cross the 50, then you get a whole new perspective on things. Yeah, it's on the 48.
Yep. Yep. So second and 7.
And as I had been saying earlier, I heard a complaint last year that the play numbering system for the Demons was very complicated, and so some players thought they were doing entirely different plays from what they actually were. And that just simply needs to stop. The numbering system needs to be simpler so everyone knows. Or they need to make flashcards and make everyone practice. So they
right, and I think the issue with shifting it is that everybody now has to learn the new ones, which is a little bit difficult at first, but I think it will definitely pay off with the ease of communication. That'll make for some great plays by the Demons, some coordination.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, Sean, in almost all of this play, I don't think we've seen much play at all that's been past the 10-yard lines. Side. And we've only got 4.5 minutes left of the quarter. Man, how time flies, right?
Right. Yeah, so time is definitely ticking through for this second quarter, going a lot faster. There were a lot of stops in the first quarter. I think the second quarter is definitely not as many. The clock is rolling very constantly.
I have to apologize to you, Demon fans. See, I'm hungry and I'm eating some snacks up here. So if you're getting me crunching on chips or drinking Mountain Dew or eating Sour Patch Kids, that's just because I'm hungry.
We
I'm eating
apologize.
Like a real teenager.
We apologize for Thomas's hunger in advance. All right. Oh, a handoff to number, is that 33?
I believe.
James Coleman. We've seen him make some great plays this season. A lot of great interceptions. Well, not interceptions. Receptions. A lot of great catches.
To be a little bit cautious on though, it's the third down, and granted we only have 2 to go. However,
yeah, we have 2 downs total.
Anytime I see that number over 2, I start to get a little bit nervous. The pass. Oh, he's running. Right up the
and
middle.
there we go. And that's Billy Blood. 14. Billy Blood going for it, and he just goes right out of bounds.
And he started down here by the 40 on our side, wound up over on the 13 on the far side.
All right. 1 and 10 with the ball on 13. All right. Demons have just under 4 minutes to make this play happen, which is plenty of time if they keep making these great plays. I think the Stormmen are definitely gearing up for a great defense here.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Billy Blood as far as being a runner thus far this season.
That's true.
We've seen it in this game.
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen him run that many plays except for I think we saw one, and it was a really good play. It was a 70-yard play, and then he ran. And I think he's definitely showing that he is not only good as quarterback to pass, but also as to run it himself, which I think is great to have that variety.
Unfortunately, as with all players when they first start, the team has rust on its gears right now. Oh, where's the ball?
It's right in the pile up. I can't see past.
The wrong person.
Yeah, it was Edis. The actual play just got brought down.
The ball is on the 6, 3 down, 3 to go. But I say this every time, but I'll continue to say it. Last year, 20 or 22 starters were seniors. So that leaves only 2 starters who had significant field experience on the team now. And so a lot of mistakes that just get fixed through experience still exist with us.
Right, and I think definitely as we're going through the season, our game is significantly improving as our players are getting more field experience.
Our players basically picked Billy Blood up and tried to shove him.
Let's see, for a 1 yard game.
No, 2. It was on the 6, now it's on the 4. However, that's 4 downs.
That's true.
I wouldn't be surprised if
so it's a 4 yard play for a touchdown and 2 yards to turn over the downs.
I think they're gonna do the run because their kicker isn't out there.
And they really are needing the points right now.
And again, it's only 4, so if they get their strongest runners and their strongest defenders to give an extra push. Think about it. If our strongest defenders get that boost of adrenaline, give the extra push and clear a space, and our best runner, maybe Billy Blood or James Coleman, gets the ball, bum rushes through, I think we can make that 4
Yeah, and
yards.
I think the Demons have just called a timeout, and they are. I think they're definitely trying to figure out how to make this play with the risky move of having to go 2 yards for the turnover, down turnover, and 4 yards for the touchdown. It's looking to me like they're going to run it. However, if they punt it, they almost have a guarantee being this close of making it in, as our kicker is pretty good.
And that's what I think this timeout is about. Because whatever you decide to do, especially if you're going to do a touchdown, everyone needs to be completely on the same page, understanding 100%.
Right, especially with a crucial play like this.
Because if there's a single mistake, then this 4 yard attempt will lead to a turnover.
Right. All right. Yeah, Rummel is not out there, the main Demon kicker, so it looks like they're going to try and run it. And yes.
It's a fake. It's going to be a pass. 33.
Oh!
Was that incomplete?
Is that incomplete?
No, that was incomplete.
Yeah, I think it got swatted. It looked like an attempted swat. I don't know if he fumbled it or dropped it or if it got swatted, but it was definitely incomplete. Oof.
I think the swat happened, however, it didn't get the full effectiveness.
Right, but it
his
did.
His hands were right in the position and the ball dropped short. So I think, maybe it got hit on the back end.
Right, and just did not make didn't make it there.
It didn't drop it to the ground immediately, but it dropped it fast.
Right, and it was enough to make it an incomplete pass. I think the Demons are trying to strategize how to hold it at that line as much as they can, so they can turn it over and go back. I think they're going to try and keep the clock from rolling. as much as possible and just stall it out so they can turn it around and make that 4-yard run for the touchdown. See, even if he made that pass, would it have made it over the 2-yard line?
There were 2 defenders near J.K. Coleman.
It's 2. Okay, down at where the receiver was, I just did not see. Couldn't see quickly, but it looked like he was just over the 3rd-yard line. So I don't know if he was going to be able to make it. But regardless, he didn't. The pass was incomplete, so we'll never know.
You might have been able to thread the eye of the needle there. Oh,
that's true.
And
pass game going. Oh,
what he brought down
Shorman.
real quick. An attempted stiff arm. If you notice, who was that? 23 was running with it for Avon Lake. Zane Fetcher. He attempted a stiff arm, but his arm wasn't fully extended, and it crumbled like foil as our defender rushed in. If that stiff arm had held, then they could quite possibly be on the 30.
It's true. Ooh. Very quick play. Demon just trying to shut down their offense, but with the 3rd down and 1 to go, it looks like the Stormers are in a very good place right now.
I think the most important part right now is to just when the half is ended, go back into the lockers and talk about the strategy. Oh, look at that pass.
Oh, and there we go.
And they're going to bring him down.
Yep.
By the 30.
Just before the 30. 29-yard line.
Well, that's a pause for the clock.
1st and 10. And there we go. 1st and 10. Does not look like the Deans are going to be able to turn this down before halftime. Bands are getting ready for this halftime show, warming up. Sherman Band has an entire drum set on wheels. That's pretty cool.
Do they have a seat for the drummer?
It's right there. Let's see down there by the 20-yard marker.
Yes,
An entire drum set. I think that's pretty cool.
I concur.
They also have a gong arrangement on wheels, as well as several large drums, which just wouldn't be able to be carried by a single person. Also, several large keyboards and 1 marimba. So that's pretty cool. All right, back to the football. All right, I think both teams are just not even going for it.
It's a pass to no one, but it's completed. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he went out, I think, right?
What
was it called?
Incomplete.
Incomplete, is that because he went out?
I believe.
Because he caught it, but he was out when he caught it, I think.
Look at that. It's a penalty for holding.
With 30 seconds remaining.
Unless there's another one of those miracle plays, like we saw in the 18 seconds or 12 seconds of the first game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be scoring unless the Shoremen make a huge play in these 30 seconds, or if the Demons make an interception and run it back. Although the likeliness of that happening is probably not realistic. It seems like both teams are just going to kind of play it out. See what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the clock is still rolling. Yeah, the ball didn't touch. So, 15 seconds until halftime.
Oh, I understand.
What?
He hit the ground before he rolled out, and therefore the clock still runs. And that appears to be the end of the half, folks. Brought to you by Hungry Howie's.
Yes, thank you to our sponsor, Hungry Howie's. All right, we'll see you in the second half. This is Sean Rossander.
And Thomas the Great Hansen signing off.
Welcome to Pride of Westlake High School. Marching Band. The band is under direction of Mr. Larry Pacer and Mr. Scott Rosiak. Assistant Falls, our student teacher, Mr. Joseph Cavalli. We begin tonight by featuring Matt Eppley on trumpet. Everybody listen and watch. It is time for smash hit from Fleetwood Mac from the 1977 album Ruler. Here is Don't Stop. Switch it up tonight, man. A hot tune from 1988. Here's Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine. We close tonight with a 1965 Billboard Hot 100 #1 2 by the Byrds. Here is Turn, Turn, Turn. Time score, Pete Martinez.
God bless America. Welcome back to the second half. This is Sean Rossander.
With Thomas the Great Hansen.
All right. Hoping to see some turnaround of play. We didn't see any points gained in the second quarter. First quarter, 17 points for the Shoremen, none for the Demons. Starting the second half with the same score of 17-0, and Shoremen's with the first kickoff.
By the way, I didn't pull the ticket. Hey, I came up here.
All right, number 4, their prime kicker, Noah Fox. I want to say Fox.
Yeah, I believe that's Fox.
I think so. I'm guessing. I'm probably butchering it. Oh,
Wow.
very powerful kick. And called. He stepped back over the end zone line. So 20 yards. First and 10 on the 20.
That's great.
All right. Demons going from the 20. Hopefully they can make some short plays like they've been doing and just kind of edge their way across the field. That seems to be been their strategy so far. It seems they got pretty close on that last play right before the end of the half when they were 4 yards away, but they just couldn't make it. So let's see if they can bring that up in the second half. Maybe get some points on the board. Ooh, long pass complete.
There we go.
Complete, and then he walks out of bounds.
So that'd be probably about the 45 or so.
I'd say roughly, yeah. Definitely a very good pass for the Demons. Billy Blood showing that accuracy that he has, and that was the perfect shot. That was a shot that he waited for, and he made it. That was a good shot. So
Look,
I think
that is a risky.
it is a risky move because it was a long pass, and that means the defender has a lot of time to set up and try and maneuver so that the offense cannot get that ball moving.
However, look at where we are. That's 2 runs with the ball. We're on what, the 49?
It's true. And we got 6 to go, 2nd and 6. So definitely not a bad place to be for the Demons. All right. Setting up. Shoreman looking for some defense, running back, waiting for that long pass.
Oh, I think it was dropped.
Did not come. Long pass did not come. So the Shoremen have been setting up, leaving 1 or 2 guys in the back, just being ready for the long pass. That seems to be the Demons' forte, which it really is. It seems that we're really good at making some great long passes, and the Shoremen are preparing for that.
In earlier games, we've been struggling with long passes. And so it was just a running game, which unless it's very well coordinated, those are easy to put a stop to. And so I think the coaches demanded more practice from Billy Blood on his... Oh, is that a fumble?
I think he retained possession. Oh, did he not? Billy Blood tried to make it around, but he got snagged on the feet, I believe, by Shoreman. So
way back by the 40.
yeah, he could have if he had made it out of there, he might have gone around, got some yards on it, but that's a hefty blow since he did not make it past. Rough place to be for the Demons. 4 and 14. They're probably going to punt it. Yep. And here comes the punt by Billy. Back to the 20. Shoreman running 30 yards.
Oh, that's a flag.
Wait, did the Shoreman just tackle the other Shoreman?
I think they may have collided.
It looked like the Shoreman was carrying the ball. I think that was number 1, Caleb Burr. Just kind of plowed over another Shoreman that was in his way. It was actually kind of funny to watch. But I mean, it got the job done. He got that extra couple yards, and I think if he was not in the way,
I'm sorry.
Would've got it.
Look at that.
ooh, that is a large penalty for the Shoremen. Ooh, that's what?
I'll be right back, folks.
30? Dang, I think that's a 30-yard penalty. No, maybe 20 to 25. Not sure the exact number, but it's definitely a hefty penalty on the Shoremen, giving a large advantage to the Demons on that play. Oh, an incomplete pass for the Shoremen. So 2nd and 10 with the ball on 14. So the Shoremen are definitely in risky waters, trying to get that ball away from their end zone, trying to get some yards on the board and keep going. However, since that pass was incomplete, nothing was gained or lost. All right, here they're going again. Oh, a pile up right at the beginning. 3rd and 10 again making no grounds. The Demons are just ready, trying to keep it and hold it there, so they only have to make 14 yards on the turnover. All right, Shoreman substituting in some people, trying to keep fresh players on the field.
Right now, because the play has basically stopped. It's stopped for the Demons. This is a good time to get players experience.
Oh, well played defense by the Demons, swatting it and also making a tackle
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, which is a very impressive
I
play.
think he basically jumped towards the player and then was using kind of one hand in his body to bring him down and hitting it with his right.
Yeah, I think he swatted the ball with the one hand and then was also falling on top of the Shoreman with the other for a very good defense on that block there. I saw a couple other Shoremen that seemed almost wide open though. So it seems like the Demons are getting ready. It looks like the Shoremen are just going to kick it. I would too if I were them. Just get it away as far as possible. Back to their kicker. And the Demons were ready. They had 2 guys down on the 50. Ooh. Only made it to the 40. The 37. 37.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Subtract it, yeah. Looks like I'm wearing a V-neck. All right.
That's not a bad position to be in.
I'm wearing a V-neck. No, yeah, definitely not for the Demons. Ball on 35, 1st and 10. Looking pretty good. I think the Demons could definitely capitalize on this if they can really pull together some cohesive plays and show that teamwork that they've been showing an improvement since the beginning of the season. They've definitely improved, and I think they're showing that this game. What do you think, Thomas?
Well, yeah, I definitely agree, and it's going to come down to the teamwork in the end. And I mean, one of the root things of teamwork is you got to have excellent, just time spent with each other so they know how the other thinks.
Right, and I think coordination and communication are also very essential parts of that. And I think I think the Demons have been communicating a lot more. And I think they've been doing a lot of practices with different plays and such like that, and just they're mixing it up on purpose during these practices to try and test how well they can communicate and improve on that.
Oh, that's holding.
That's holding.
Well, look at Billy
Blood weaving. Earlier in that play, he made a fake forward. The Shoreman tackled for him, and he dodged back, making a run around. Very impressive footwork.
From behind, they got him.
Yeah, very impressive footwork from Billy Blood.
So while that footwork was undeniably impressive, the gain is minimal because he's done most of it moving back and forth and going.
That's true. He got the gain. However, there was a penalty for holding on the Demons, setting them back to 15 to go. 1st and 15 on the 50.
49.
49. There we go. Yeah, 49. Oh no, 1st and 26. My bad. 1st and 26, including the penalty. Ooh. not a good position to be for the Demons. They can certainly pull it off if they make some good plays, but it's definitely going to take some significant effort. Billy Blood going for that short pass. Oh, and it's a fumble.
Oh no!
Was it intercepted?
They're intercepted.
Was it intercepted? Oh yes, it was intercepted. Possession switches to the Shoremen, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Possession changes, and at the 45 line. Oh wait, no, 47. No, it's still 49. My bad. I believe it's still 49. Wait.
Wait, no.
Oh no, was there a flag?
Demons have possession.
Yeah, I think I might have
I misread the
misinterpreted.
call. Oh, look. Stumble on the field.
Oh, and a pass off.
Coleman.
And he goes. He
slips
recovers.
it.
And over to the 45.
He managed to slip 4 different defenders.
4 different defenders all going for him, and he slipped through their defense. And he basically
2 were
slipped
at once.
right, and he just slipped right through. Like, that was pretty impressive. It looked like they had a good hold on him, and he just slid it right
quick,
through.
folks, play that back in your mind. You had defenders each holding one of the linebackers, tried to grab for Coleman. He slithered through, dodged another player, and only the 4th brought him down.
That's true. Very impressive play by Coleman.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Fake handoff. Oh, and an incomplete pass to our number 20, Kevin Walls. Been very great on defense. However, offensive, that pass was a little low, and he was expecting it to be right to him since it was a shorter pass. I think the Shoreman in front, he went to swat it. He might have nicked it a little bit, altering it. So I can't tell from here.
One of the just unfortunate.
All right. So it's 4th down and 20 to go. They have Shoreman is in the back expecting a kick. I'm expecting a kick as well. I don't think they can make a 20-yard play on the first try. And there it is. There's the kick. And they're just letting it go. Yep.
That was smart to just let it run.
Yep. Because now it's on the 20. He's estimating that he couldn't have caught it. I don't think he could have caught it while staying in the end zone. And even if he could have, I don't know if he could have made it back to the 20-yard line, getting past it with reasonably.
Yeah, it was just better to let it run
Yeah, it was
out.
a good judgment call to just let it go over. Plus, I don't even know if he could have gotten it without falling into the end zone. So, just wasn't worth wasting that energy. All right. Oh, and a handoff.
Oh no.
Oh, and he goes in. Yeah, bringing them down at the 40, 39, something in there. Very impressive run play. Not really a fake off. It was more like a double fake out. They seemed like they were going to fake out, and then they just charged it through, and it worked.
There was a fair amount of deception, but it wasn't based solely on that.
Right. It wasn't just one single main deception. It was a lot of like small ones, which we see in like a lot of places. Flag on the play from.
Oh, geez, I think that's
on
interference
Demons.
on the Demons again.
So
these penalties are racking up, killing interference.
So that's on Kevin Wallace's move to shove him out.
I think so.
I think so as well. I think he might have done. I'm not sure. Interference. I'm a little confused on that call.
Ball's in the air.
All right.
7:46.
First and 10 on the 45.
It's still,
a fast and low, right over the heads of the Demons.
And yet again, I'm not sure what it is, but our players are having a hard time tackling at this point.
Right, and we saw this last time with Olmsted Falls. They were having a hard time tackling, and not even to like generalize it, but like it seems like the other team's players are like larger in physical stature than our players. Like just comparing them, the matchups, it just seems like they're
If you
larger
notice,
people.
we have very few seniors on this list. We have a lot of juniors on it, however.
Yeah, I think that partly definitely contributes to it, since the seniors are definitely have more experience and more time to bulk up, and also, and not only skill, but just bulking up on strength and body mass to really help them through.
I'd say one of the big factors, though, is that positioning on how to tackle, because most people don't know it, but actually you need a good grip on the person to drag them down.
Right, because
And
otherwise they'll
it's
just slip out like Coleman did earlier in the game. Right.
Something that people don't always seem to fully grasp is that it's more than just throwing your body weight at someone.
Right.
And it takes skill and practice to be good at it. And being juniors and even some sophomores on this list, they just lack the time in order to make that happen.
And I think they're definitely improving as they're getting more field experience. You know, you can do a lot of practice things, but when you're not doing it for real, it kind of loses some of the effect of the training.
05 has.
Oh.
Look at that. When he was coming down, he reached out as far as he could.
Right, and then he just brought it in. So good play for number 5, Jack McCulloch.
Seeming dismal at this point with 17-0 Westlake. However, a low-scoring game like this, what you know for a fact is that means the teams are pretty evenly matched.
That's true, and especially since those points were scored mostly in the first, I want to say 2 or 3, one in the first 19
quarter.
seconds, and then, they were all in the first quarter, and then I think the other one was only halfway through the first quarter, and then another, a kick, and then, another touchdown. And those were fairly early on, and I think that the Demons have definitely adapted, and it's really, their defense is very good, and they're not letting the Shoremen get more points, but I think they don't have the offense down enough to get points of their own in order to tie it up, or even,
I was doing a quick check on the rosters because they include the heights and weights of the different players.
Right.
And while our players have a wider range of weight, on the whole, the average is below the starting of the shoremen.
Yeah.
And so it comes back to, yet again, I think it's just that the shoremen have 10, 15 pounds. It doesn't sound like much until you're trying to stop someone.
Right, and then
mass.
they also have a lot more seniors on their starting than Westlake does, and that definitely plays into it with skill, experience, time to gain body mass and train for the activity. And I don't think that the Demons, since the Demons don't have as many seniors, they don't have that time dedicated to training and getting better and improving as much as the Shoremen do with their amount of seniors.
And I think, unfortunately, as this is our last year here at Westlake, that it's going to be just a year where we're going to have to learn from.
Right, and since we have a lot of juniors, I think our next year might be, very good, since we have a lot of juniors who will have a lot more field experience than some seniors have come in with. And I think that'll really help our next year's game. But for this year's game, it's really not as. It just doesn't feel like it's a good thing right now. But I think next year we'll be thankful for it.
Oh, long pass.
Is it complete, or?
I think that's complete.
I'm not sure because he blocked it out of the. Does it count as a fumble? I don't know what's the calling on it.
We'll just have to look at the referees.
We'll have to see because that was very close. I don't know.
For those,
I think he snagged it.
Oh no! It's not. It's incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
What happened is, folks, that ultra long pass came just caught in the hands of the player, but before he came down, he dropped it.
Right, because the Demon was right on him trying to get that out of there, and there was a flag on the Demon play, but it was worth it for getting stopping them from getting that touchdown. Taking the penalty is nothing.
There was the penalty, which is quite unfortunate. at this.
Yeah, it is, especially when they're so close to the end zone, and they're at first and 10, and the ball's on 11. So, they just have to make the touchdown. Or if they get stuck at the 1-yard line, they'll have 4 yards to do it. So, but I doubt that'll happen. They're at 2nd and 10.
I personally would like to see penalties increase in severity. The more they're done, because I gotta tell you, I really don't like it when teams violate the rules.
Right, but at the same time, if you make them too much, having a penalty called against you couldn't set you back. Some would argue way too much, and unfairly affect the balance of the game if a ref makes a wrong play, which can happen from time to time, or whatever it may be. If just one player on the team is flagged for unsportsmanship, conduct or something like that, it could really hinder. Another incomplete. Our demons are right there, ready for it.
The pass.
Was there a flag on that one?
No, but it was
no. Yes, very, very good defense. Shorman is trying that back corner again. To no avail. It's the 3rd and 10 for them, and they are strategizing right now, trying to figure out how they're going to get past this demon defense, which is not letting them through.
Let's see. They brought some players out, number 2 and 32.
So that would be Jake Sommers and Creed. I'm sorry, I'm not going to try that name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, look, he's way back by the 20.
It's true. Oh, and he makes it.
Completed.
Right.
It was completed, giving the Sherman another touchdown.
Yep, that brings it up to 23-0 with 5 minutes remaining in quarter 3 of the game. Although this has been a generally low-scoring game, it is looking a tiny bit bleak for the Demons as the Shoremen are racking up these points. So hopefully the Demons can turn around in the remainder of this quarter and the coming final quarter.
We're sorry that we lost the footage there temporarily due to a technical incident. However, getting this kick, which is another point extra, and it's good. What happened is Avon kept trying those passing games, and we kept blocking it. And on their last ditch attempt, they brought out the big guns, and they made it. Passed it right into a player on the end zone.
Right. Yeah, they brought out. They did a last minute substitution. I brought in some bulky players and just charged right through the Demons' defenses, getting some openings, and made the play happen. All right, I'd like to take this little moment to thank our sponsor, Hungry Howie's. Thank you for helping us out and letting us do these things. It's a really great thing. Thank you.
I think we could give a shout out to our camera woman tonight, Annette Hansen, my little sister. So it's just the 3 of us tonight instead of a full shoot like we have for the home games.
That's true. We try and do it as best we can. We've had some little technical difficulties, but hopefully we can get some good footage. So, kickoff going deep. Oh, and he's making it, going past the 20. Oh, and he made like a 3-yard gain. Other than just letting it out. So if he had just let it go out, it would have been 3 yards less. So a good call of his to make it.
For Westlake. The clock is now stopped. About 5 minutes left in the quarter, so that leaves 17 minutes of playtime.
That's true. Roughly, yeah.
And that might sound like a lot, considering you can get 7 in 90 seconds as
97 seconds.
Oh, sorry, 97 seconds. However, practically speaking, that goes by quick. Oh, complete pass 28.
And he's pushed out.
He runs out.
Nice pass by Blood. And a well-executed catch. He just got run out because there was 3 defenders on him. Not much he could do except just kind of move forward and
he had to run out in order to end the clock, stop it.
Right. Let's see, so it's just under 5 minutes. And the Demons are pushing up with 2nd down and 2 to go. Just trying to make their way across the field as soon as they can. Oh, yeah, very, very early flag.
Let's see who that was against. I suspect the Demons.
Yes, yep, it's against the Demons.
Penalties kill. Penalties kill.
Penalties would definitely making this game a lot more difficult for the Demons. Shoreman not seeming to get. Have Shoreman got any penalties against them?
Yeah, they've had a couple. They had one, I think, for interference, which cost them 10, I believe.
And then they had a sideline. They had a sideline warning. That wasn't really a penalty though.
Well, they got them 5 yards off.
That's true. I guess I mean, yeah. So they've only had 1 flag against them, and then a sideline warning, and then a sideline penalty for it. All right, Billy Blood looking for the pass. Oh, trying to run it, and that's the 3rd down. On the 3rd down and 5 to go.
I think you should have thrown it to 10, who was right down there by the 35, or the 40.
Yeah, that's Jacob May.
He had no defenders on him.
Yeah, but to line up that shot, Billy would have had to stop running. There were defenders closing in on him. So he was paused, trying to make the decision, and then he committed to the charge through, and it got him a couple of yards.
There was a perfect storm to make that shot almost impossible. There were 2 defenders in the way, and 10 wasn't looking.
That's true, yeah. He was not lined up for the shot. Oh, long pass. Oh, could not make it there in time.
That was like maybe 4 yards too far for Kevin Walls.
Yep. Yeah, Walls has been making some great passes this game, but he could not make it there while being guarded by the defender there. So it's a 4th down, 5 to go. I think they're going to punt it. I doubt they would run it, considering how far. Shoreman are only sending 1 guy back since it's 5 yards, and they might run it. I doubt it, though. So Shoreman leaving 1 guy behind in case they kick it.
The power kick can be delivered and send it back towards the 10, then that can be to devastating effect.
Yeah, I definitely think if they get a nice kick going.
Let's see, who are they bringing out?
Very good. Switching 33 and 20, which is Kevin Walls and James Coleman. Some of the players have been making some good plays for some other guys. I didn't quite catch the numbers.
Those are running backs. It looks like they might try and run it. Oh, timeout calls.
Timeout. Westlake's trying to stall the clock a little bit, get some time for them to plan this out because they are right in the middle trying to figure out whether they can run this.
I think are going to try and run it because they still have a ton of offensive players on the field.
And also I think it would be a good play to do that because since there's just under 4 minutes left on the clock, if they make the run and they fail, I think they can definitely stall out the clock, or they can at least slow the Shoreman down enough that they won't be able to make it to the end zone before the switch, which I think is their goal right now. All right, 4th down, 5 to go on the 28-yard line. Some ref talk going on with the Demons.
Now, I think what the Demons really need at this juncture is to just learn. It's as simple as that. Understand what has been happening, what the Shoremen are thinking, and how to make a miraculous 24 that time. Oh no, they just had to kick it.
It's a very, very far kick, actually.
Go over to the 30, and they're just letting it go out.
Yeah, they didn't think they could get it back to the 20. I honestly think he could have grabbed it and made a couple yards, but He was pretty close to it, and I think he decided to let it roll out so that he wouldn't have to deal with the demons.
They're at the 24. They don't need to make gutsy plays.
That's true. They're
that pose a risk to their security. They can just let it go.
especially with only 3.5 minutes left in the quarter, so I think they're probably fine. They're 24 points up. I think they can afford to make a couple
In
of.
their mind,
Oh, he's
the
on the
longer
15.
they hold possession of the ball, the better.
It's on 15.
It's over.
Yeah, it's on the 15. My bad. So trying to run it. And tag it off the sidelines. Yeah, just right off the sidelines. Back to first down. Well executed play by the Shoremen. Getting into the 26. All right, Thomas. How do you think their strategy is shaping up to be? What do you think they're going to try and do in these 3.5 minutes that we have left in the quarter?
They're being the demons.
Either. Mostly the Shoremen since they're on the offense.
Okay. Well, let's start with the Shoremen. I think they're going to keep running that tried and tested run game.
Yeah,
Just like that.
well, it worked. It's definitely working for them.
I believe their record has been quite good thus far.
That's true.
And if they continue to work on it and make it only better, then they're likely to get into the playoffs if they're as good as we think they are using that method. So the more work they can get on it to weed out vulnerabilities, the better.
Well, yes, they are definitely very good at what they're doing, and it is showing.
You're going to see a lot more desperate plays.
That's true. Oh!
Beautiful catch.
A very high pass. Demon almost intercepted it. Dang, that was very close. A very impressive play. He jumped very high to make that nab. And it definitely paid off because they've retained possession and they are hammering it down the field to score more points. They are not letting the Demons have a break. There's only 2.5 minutes left. And they are pushing it.
Oh, here they come.
All right.
Six runs with it. He's running right on the edge.
He's going for it. Oh, and tripped up.
By the knees.
Yeah, he got snagged and then he tripped over the defender and just landed on the turf.
Excellent move by him. He grabbed at the knees and just dropped like a stone. Our tackle.
Right.
And so his left leg couldn't move, and his right leg caught underneath our player, and
he just
sank
went
like
right
a stone.
down. Right.
You know, I just realized this, Sean, that all three of us on this shoot are going to be graduating at the end of the year.
It's true.
My little sister, 2 years early, me 1 year, you on time.
That's me.
How many years have you been with WHPS, actually?
Well, I joined partway through last year. Oh,
Running yard. Yeah.
that's a touchdown for Shoreman, bringing up to 30-0. So back to it. Yeah, so I joined partway through last year because I'd always wanted to join. Wasn't really sure how to. Everybody, if you want to join, just talk to the people. They're very welcoming. You can join whenever. Don't think it's too late or too early to join. Come join. It's a fun
You will
time.
have, is it fair to say, 1.5 years at WHPS?
I would say so, yeah.
I'll have 3. Annette will have 2. So 6.5 years on this shoot thus today. Now here comes the extra point.
There's the snap, and it's good.
Consistent point extras. Sean has to leave us for a moment, but that is convenient timing as a timeout is called. Now, just to recap, that's 31 for the Shoremen, 0 for your Demons. The situation gets more and more desperate by the down. I'm not sure of a good way to phrase this other than this is going to have to be a learning experience for the Demons. And hopefully just more evidence to hammer home the point that teamwork, communication are key components to the game, not necessarily individual quality. while that is important, it's more important for team cohesion. Now, let's see. Number 4, Noah Fox, an excellent kicker, is going to be kicking off from the 40, send it over. It's probably going to be back towards the end zone. Here it comes. Running kick. Yep, it goes far towards the 3rd-yard line. He's got to run it past the 20. Barely past the 20. And look, the man, the legend is back.
It's me.
Rossander.
I am back. All right, just in time for a bunch of substitutions on both sides. Trying to get some fresh players out on the field. Both teams just trying to keep it up. With a 31 lead, Shoreman can afford to make some risky plays, and that's been paying off for them when successful. Flag for...
That's another timeout called.
Another timeout, this time called by the Shoreman team. All right, it seems both teams are just trying to stall out the clock here, get as much time as they can, see if they can get some more points on the board. Although the Shoremen don't really need it. Although, can't have too many. But the Demons are really trying to just get as little time going on the clock as possible and get it going, so they can hopefully get some points on the board.
And that's a penalty against the Demon.
Ouch. Ooh, and I think that's 10 yards.
I understand that when things get desperate, you start playing with the rules to try and get ahead, but it only ever seems to have the opposite effect.
It's true. Yeah, I definitely think that with vigilant refs, we're right there, ready to call it. Shifting the rules a little bit to try and give yourself an advantage is not the way to go.
Low pass.
Dang.
What an excellent tackle. He was right there.
He was ready for it.
Instead of going center body mass like a number of people do, he went up and grabbed at the shoulders
and just pulled him down.
How far away from the center of gravity that is,
He just went right over.
There's no surviving that.
All right, that was a 3-yard gain. No, 2-yard gain for the Demons, even because of how far he fell over when the Shoreman tackled him back. So, and a fake out, and then a pile up. A fake out by the Demons, and then a run in, and then got piled on by Shoreman. That brings us to 3rd down and 12 to go. 12 to go. And the clock is ticking. 25 seconds.
I suspect there's going to be a knee for this last. This time the countdown.
All right, about to approach the last 10 seconds of the game.
The Demons just have to run. 14, the extra long pass.
Blocked.
Whoa.
And that's a 3rd quarter.
An interception.
That's true.
31. Shoreman. 0. Demons. Sorry for the hiccups.
Demons with 0. And Avon Lake Shoreman with 31. All right. Going to be going into the 4th quarter. With this score, a little bit of an intimidating prospect for the Demons.
But you know who is not giving up? The Westlake band. We can hear clear across the field them playing Seven Nation Army to pep the crowd and the players up.
I thought you were going to say, who doesn't give up? Hungry Howies, because they are our sponsor. They haven't given up on us. Thank you, Hungry Howies. We appreciate you.
To quote a famous philosopher, you do real MVP. I know that was awful. I can hear myself cringing, but that's fine.
All right. The crowd is definitely getting pumped up for this match. The student section of Westlake is partying. And the Westlake Demons getting ready to block this offense that has been relentless for this entire game.
Oh, and the kick. Oh, we're down by the 44.
Oh, snagged him.
Just past the 50.
Wait, so it's demon possession?
No, I believe it remains with that.
Okay, so I think the scoreboard's off. Because earlier it was showing Shoreman possession, then they make it. Okay, so I think they switched possession on the board when they shouldn't have. Alright, so it's Shoreman possession. Gonna be trying to make the run. Should we mention it to them? That's fine.
5. Oh! 23 got cocky, tried a one-handed, presumably with his non-dominant. That's 23.
On the Shoreman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Zane Fetcher. We've seen a lot of great plays from him this game. A lot of runs through. He's a position 8.
Copying the Demons, we have the fan section.
Once again, singing Seven Nation Army.
I don't mind telling you, maybe this is just my partisan bias, but I think the Demons did a little bit better.
Well, it was played by a band, by the Demons.
Oh, flag.
Flag on the play. Looks like it might
Player
be
down.
against.
Turn it off.
We can cut it.
Like 3. All right.
All right, we're back. Flag on the play. Let's see what against the Shoreman this time. So.
And that's gonna be a stiff penalty, 10. I don't. Is that the highest it goes?
10? No. No, we got a 20-yard penalty earlier.
Really?
It might have been for multiple things, though. I don't know.
Yeah, they may have just compounded it.
That's true. So I don't know what the maximum is. I guess it really depends.
6
I guess it depends on severity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
6 ran on through. Well, I recall seeing a very serious penalty, although it was in JV, after some serious unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's true. Yeah, I definitely think if it's very severe, it'll definitely be a larger penalty, for sure. And I think it's really more of a ref's judgment call than anything. All right.
Look at him.
Ooh. What's possession? Don't trust the board. What's possession?
Possession change.
All right.
I believe the Demons.
Not sure actually.
No.
No,
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's the Shoreman. Yeah, it's the Shoreman possession. Yeah, they still. The board's still off by a little bit. Should we mention it? No.
I will.
Okay, go mention it.
You saw that.
All right. So, nice pile up. Keep going. Oh, and he catches the fumble. I think that was a fumble, and he snagged it up, not letting the Demons nab possession, bringing it over to the 1st and down with the ball on 35. All right,
we are back.
All right, 1st and down with a ball on 35 for the Shoreman.
40. 5 over 21. Oh, look.
And he's going through. A little bit of dodging, a little bit
at the knees to bring him down.
Right, a little bit of dodging, a little bit of weaving, some fancy footwork shown by the Shoreman there, getting past the Demon defenders. All right. with 8 minutes left in the game and a 31-point lead for the Shoremen. Looks like they are feeling very confident, making some risky plays, which are paying off, so to their benefit. Flag for holding, I believe, on the Shoremen. Looks like it's on the Shoremen.
He's talking to the Shoremen, so we can assume.
I believe, yeah, I think that was for, holding. What is that? What is the? Looked like he just did the cha-cha. I don't know what that means. Is that for holding? I think that's for holding. It looks like he was calling it for holding, but I don't know. Whatever it means. Oh, look, now he's dancing.
You see Shorty down there for the Shoremen.
Yeah, sorry for my lack of knowledge about oh, hey, the band says.
Our camera woman just informed us that 15 yards is the highest possible penalty.
Right. Yeah, I think we saw that earlier in the game. And that's a little touchdown.
There it goes.
Well, nice play on the Shoreman's part. Just shouldering defenders away, and there was no one to cover him. I think he just ran it through. So. And it looks like it's going to be 38 if their kick game is as strong as it has been this entire game, which I'm guessing it will be. So Demons are in a rough spot with only 7.5 minutes left.
I would say
and
a good
38
Demon
points down.
objective
37
at this point is to get a touchdown.
Get something on the board. Anything.
Same kicker or different kicker?
That's the same kicker, Mr.
Kicker.
Noah Fox. Very good kicker, and
that's good, I believe.
I can't see. I think it's good.
Yeah,
Yep, that's good. It's good. 38-0. Demons in a rough position for these 7.5 minutes. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they're just gonna try and go for any points that they can get, so that they're not left with 0 on the board. That'd be nice. But they've been trying for points this entire game, and I guess we'll see whether they can pull it off. I really hope so.
38-0. Dorman favor. It's
definitely a rough game for the Demons.
Yeah.
Although not as high scoring as we've seen some other games that we've had, where we have had some amount of points on the board, but then a lot of other points scored by the other team. So hopefully we can get some points on there. That'd be great.
And it's gonna be Fox again kicking off.
Yeah, he seems to be a very strong kicker for them, and rightly so, as he has been making some great plays.
And yeah, he's a senior, going to be graduating. I would think this is the time to train a new kicker because their win is almost assured at this point.
That's right. They only have they have one more kicker on the team. He's a sophomore, Liam Gallagher.
He dropped in at 6:33. JJ Coleman.
JJ Coleman getting it out at the 50, 45, I think, right?
I believe 45 is a good.
Well played.
Whoa! Look at that.
Look at that. That coach was very excited.
Tossed his clipboard up in the air. And the band is excited too.
The band is very hyped. I would be too. That was a very good play by Coleman, correct?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, 33. That was Coleman.
That is Coleman. He's been a very good runner for the Demons. He's a junior. So he's a running back. So it definitely makes sense that he's doing his job very well this game. So
he has more than earned his spot.
Yeah. Props to him. Oh, and very fast play. Quick down.
I believe that's a 2-yard gain.
It's a 2nd down and 8 to go. That's right, 2-yard gain. So ball on 50. What?
Actually, no, that's a
3-yard
loss.
Wait, what?
It was on the 48, and now it's down to the 49.
No, it was on the 48 on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-yard gain. Because he went over the 50.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3-yard gain, 7 to go. Oh, and he's going for the pass. couldn't quite make it. He got kind of tackled as he was throwing it. So.
Number 0 did something interesting. He was just constantly pushing our number 8 away from the landing zone. Well, maybe
I can't tell you where 0 is listed. I think that might just be a spare.
Like he had maybe a 10 on his jersey and the 1 peeled off or something.
Maybe? Not sure. If that's the case, it could be Gabe La Bianca. Couldn't tell you for sure.
Ball remains on 49. 3rd down.
All right. Billy Blood running and pass. And
during the throw.
Number 10, Jacob May was not there for it. And number 18, Anthony Kettle tried to make it there for the pass, but he was blocked by Shorman, so pass didn't quite make it. It's the 4th down, 7 to go. Looks like they might just try for a punt. That's really all I can think, so. Looking some last-minute strategy. They might call a timeout. I don't think so. I think it looks like they're just going to kick it. They got some Shorman pretty far back. All right, there's the snap, and they're running it.
24.
If he had made that catch, he probably could have made it.
The defenders were yards away.
He was ready for it, except it just bounced out of his hands. If he had made that catch, it would have been a very impressive play. He might have even gone and gotten a touchdown with how wide those defenders were off him.
Yeah.
But he did not. And that may...
Remember, it's the little things that get you.
Right, and I think that'll definitely hurt us because now they're starting right back at that 49-yard line.
It's the little things, so you can't really even train for it.
Right. Like it just slipped out of his hands, and that happens, but it really sucks when it happens.
Patriotic chants, the flags come out.
There are numerous flags being laid out across the crowd.
And Norman moved with it and got brought down.
Not before gaining a significant amount of distance, though.
The board has temporarily gone down the live feed.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, they've been broadcasting a bleacher cam onto the field.
Avon Lake,
I think.
Broadcast. I'm not sure what their official name is, but the Avon Lake version of us.
No, I think they just have one camera down there, which is nice because it lets the fans see a close up.
No, they have full cameras.
Well, yeah, because you had a switch between. Oh, there, it's back up. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention that much to it. 2nd down and 11 to go because they got pushed back a yard from where they were. Just by, I think, like four demons just shoving against 2 or 3. Shorman just pushing them back that yard to get the down. Ball on 39. I keep saying Foreman. It says Shorman.
Yep, they're Shorman.
Shorman, not Foreman. If I say Foreman, I mean
ex-boxers who sell grills.
If you hear me say Foreman, I probably mean Shorman, unless I'm talking about George.
The legendary George.
Unless I'm talking about the one and only George.
Well, I believe he has like 7 sons
also named George Foreman. Yes. All right. A handoff.
Big play, but didn't deceive the demons for a minute. Brought down before they can get back to the.
I don't know. It seemed like he was going to. He seemed like he was doing a fake handoff, but it was actually a very real handoff that made it a couple yards, I believe. Unless maybe. No. They broke even. So nothing gained.
All it did was add it down.
Yeah. So not a great play for them. But I mean, it was okay. They have two plays. And a fake handoff, and right there, numbers.
No one actually Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
And number 17, that is Harry Hebert. Hope I'm saying that right. Harry Hebert making an impressive run.
Okay.
Really.
2, 1, roll.
All right, welcome back after that brief interlude with only 2 minutes left on the clock. 3rd down, 3 to go on the 31 for the Shoremen. Looks like they're going to try and get some more points.
What's a flag on that last play? An amazing run from at the 30, 31. All the
Yeah,
way
definitely
down to
by
the
Harry Hebert. But there was a flag on the play. The refs seem to be disputing it right now, trying to figure out what actually happened. Both teams are using this time to discuss strategy and figure out.
All of them are attempting to get back into or attempt to understand the play, and I think it's just going to cause them to reset.
All right. Shoreman lining up for some impressive plays. Oh, and fake handoff. Number 17, Harry Hebert running it down again. Make another play. Oh, and he's down.
Down on the far side of the field. Clock still running.
Roughly 16-yard line. Looks like the Shoremen are going for that last touchdown to end out the game. With only a minute and 15 remaining, it is really looking a little bit grim for the Demons. All right. Hopefully we can bring that back up, though. Oops. Sorry, Thomas. All right.
1 minute left. I think they're just going to let it run.
Yeah, clock is ticking. The Shoremen are either going to run. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to try and stall it
I
out.
think they're going to try maybe one more.
Maybe one more. I don't think it's possible for the Demons at this point. The coaches next to us are kind of packing up. They've kind of surrendered. But it's 38-0 with just over 30 seconds on the clock. It's I think we can call this game.
Warming up.
Yeah, they're just calling it. All right.
Unfortunately, 38 Shoremen, great for them, but 0 for us.
All right, so that ends the game. Everyone's lining up for the final thank you to Hungry House of Westlake. Thank you.
Great stuff for us.
Yeah.
And even though it was an unfortunate loss for Westlake, we are still very glad to have brought it to you. Thank you to everyone at WHBS for helping us make it happen.
Yep. All right, this has been Sean Rossander
And Thomas the Great Hansen signing off.